What's up guys, Dan here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how to go from $0 to $30,000 a month with a drop shipping business online. Now, I'm a 22-year-old internet entrepreneur. My name is Dan Vas, and I personally have built a multi-seven-figure online business and drop shipping e-commerce empire. And so I've gone through the journey myself. I've gone through all the hurdles, I've gone through all the obstacles, and now I've made this video to show you guys exactly what needs to be done to build a $30,000 a month dropshipping business online. In this video, I'm going to break down the best possible ways to start a $30,000 a month e-commerce business online in order for you to be able to live the life of your dreams, quit your 9-to-5 job, fire your boss, and just really go out on your own and really live a life true to yourself, have financial freedom in your life, have personal freedom in your life, and just be able to, be unlimited in what you do and be able to wake up without an alarm clock every single day of your life. Now, trust me, I've done it all. I started as a broke kid. I was literally cleaning windows because I couldn't stand working my 9-to-5 anymore, and I dropped out of school because, I read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill that taught me to burn my bridges as opposed to what society makes everybody believe, don't burn your bridges. So I just went, dropped out of school, the classic dropout story, and pretty much I was forced to find a way to start an e-commerce business online or to start an online business online. Now, the reason why, e-commerce is one of the best ways to get into creating a passive income business in 2018 is because e-commerce is growing at an explosive rate every single year. More and more people are just fed up with having to stand in line at Walmart, having to go and waste gas, having to go and waste their time to go to the store, because they would rather just order with something like Amazon Prime on their computers at home, and it's going to come in 2 to 3 days, right? There's nothing more convenient than that. You can just, with the click of a button, order something and magically it comes to your house in just a couple of days, right? So obviously, retail is dying and online business is just exploding, and e-commerce is exploding. And so essentially right now it's like the Wild West of e-commerce. And back when the Wild West, like when the actual Wild West and cowboys were running around, when that was just at the beginning, right, the gold rush and all that kind of stuff, you don't have to be familiar with like Western history and cowboy history to understand that when there were no real rules, right, it was just so easy to hang on to an opportunity and just really take an opportunity and like create your own endeavor, like follow your own endeavor and just really like get rich, become wealthy, and become successful, right? Because there was just so much opportunity out there. In 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, it will not be as easy to start a brand online, which I'm going to be teaching you in this video how the best ways to do that. And it's just not going to be as easy to start drop shipping or to start any kind of e-commerce business online, right? I'm sure there will be other amazing ways to start an online business that will appear, but right now it's just the best lowest hanging fruit of the tree to start an e-commerce business online. So because I've done it all and I really care about your success, I've literally tried like every single thing before, e-commerce, and even in e-commerce, right? I tried a lot of things that didn't work, right? I'm not going to waste your time with things that I know don't work. I'm only going to tell you guys the best possible ways to get to a $30,000 a month dropshipping business or e-commerce business online. So let's begin. The very first thing that you need to do is to break down your goal. Let's say your goal is $30,000 a month with a dropshipping business online, right? Every single millionaire breaks down their goal because, $30,000 a month, you don't really understand how to get there, unless you really break it down into a smaller number that's more digestible for your brain and that's just easier for you to understand. So if you break down the goal of $30,000 a month, divide that by 30, that's $1,000 a day. And so let's say you've got 4 products, right? And let's say you are selling each product at a $10 profit per unit, which is a common profit per unit. It actually gets a lot higher than that. And we're going to talk about, all the different opportunities, all the best kinds of ways to build a super profitable online business for you to be able to live your dream life just later in this video. But let's say you've got 4 products, $10 profit per unit. So pretty much you've got to be selling 100 units a day, right? And divide that by 4 different products, that's 25 units of each product, right? And it's not as hard as it may sound to sell that many units a day. So now you know exactly what your goal is, and it can be 10,000 a month, it can be 5,000 a month, right? Like even 5,000 a month is life-changing money for most people. That's money that will allow them to quit their job and essentially live their dream life, because then they're making this passive income every single day and they don't have to wake up and fight traffic, and they have all this time now to spend to grow their business. Imagine if you were making $5,000 a month and you didn't even have to waste all that time to get in the car, go to work, fight traffic, and then actually sit at work and perform your duties and then come home. Imagine if you spent all that time on making more money and improving your business. I guarantee you would get to from 5,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 30,000, 30,000 to 50,000, 100,000 a lot faster than you think. So now that we've broken down the goal, I'm going to tell you guys the 2 best ways to start an e-commerce business or a dropshipping business online. And the 2 best ways are Amazon FBA and Shopify. These are the two best ways that I've built super profitable businesses in. I've built them both using Shopify and Amazon. And now they are fundamentally different, and I'm gonna talk about the differences between the two so you have an idea of which one to go for, because you should not be going for both of them at the same time, and I'll explain why. So now with both of these income streams, all you need is a laptop and an internet connection. That's what's amazing about online business. It doesn't matter who you are in the world. It doesn't matter, what your past is. It doesn't matter, if you don't have if you barely have any money to start. It doesn't matter if you've got no connections. It doesn't matter if, you were never entrepreneurially minded. Anybody has the right to live their dream life. Anybody has the right to make a lot of money and achieve financial freedom in their life if they use what they've got, their laptop and their internet connection, to learn and to adopt the strategies of successful sellers on Amazon and successful stores on Shopify, emulate them, and achieve success on their own. So let's talk about the differences between the two. So Amazon FBA, it's an amazing program called Fulfillment by Amazon, and it actually launched a while ago, and it launched in combination with Amazon Prime. And essentially, you know how you can go on Amazon, you can order a product, it's gonna take 2 to 3 days to come. While most of those products sold on Amazon are actually third-party sellers. What is a third-party seller? That's a seller like you and me, or anybody else, who decides that they want to sell a product on Amazon. And there are specific ways of finding these products. There are specific ways of finding suppliers. Essentially, just super simplified, you find a product that's already selling on Amazon, and then you can go ahead and add some value. Maybe you can do a little change with the product, right? Not you physically doing it, but just doing some research and figuring out how you can make the product better, and then contacting a supplier in China who then ships the product. They manufacture the product, and they ship the product to the Amazon warehouse in the United States or whichever marketplace you're selling in. And then after that, whenever a customer orders on Amazon, Amazon's going to do all the shipping, all the packaging, they're going to handle all the refunds and all the customer service for you, and you pocket the profit between what you spent for the product, all the Amazon fees, and your selling price. And so it's truly passive income. Like many of the products that I saw on Amazon, I've never even seen in my entire life. And I haven't actually touched my personal products, especially when I was starting out, for a long time, until I needed better pictures and things like that. So it's really simple. It's not as hard as it sounds. And there are many sellers out there who started in your shoes right now that are making $30,000 a month online with Amazon FBA and much more. Like $1 million sellers out there who started, everybody started from the zero, everybody started from the beginning, just like you are watching these videos. So what's amazing about Amazon is that there are 310 million active Amazon customers out there who are searching for a product that you can sell. They're already on Amazon. They're searching every single day for a product that you're able to sell on there. And if you have a product on there, you have a high chance that especially if it's on page 1, there are certain ways of getting to the first page. And I get into that in so many other videos on my channel, like how to start Amazon FBA and all that kind of good stuff. But you can basically leverage the massive growth of Amazon, the explosive growth of Amazon, and you can go and pretty much get a ton of sales using Amazon's customers without paying a dime for paid traffic, for any advertising or anything like that. And then once you've got a successful product on Amazon, then you can go and launch a second product and a third product and a fourth product, and you can really build out a brand. And that's the key to becoming a $1 million Amazon seller. And now Shopify. What is Shopify? Shopify is actually an amazing tool that you can install on any website. So when you go and create your own website, and you can install this tool to create a store. And it's super simple to use, right? Like it's easily customizable. It's done so that anybody out there, who doesn't have any coding experience or anything like that, can go and build their own store online. So essentially you create a website, you install Shopify on it, and then you decide on a niche, on a product niche. Let's say you want to sell watches, right? That's the product niche that you decide on. So you go and use an app called Oberlo, and in conjunction with AliExpress, right? This might sound like a lot, but it's super simple, right? So pretty much, let's say you list a watch on your Shopify store for $50. You can use Oberlo, which will actually find the same watch on AliExpress, which is the largest Chinese manufacturer website in the world, as well as Alibaba. But for Shopify, we use AliExpress. For Amazon, we use Alibaba, because on AliExpress, they can actually ship out in single units. Alibaba is more for like bulk orders, if you want to order 100 units or 500 units or 1,000 units. So pretty much, product from AliExpress, let's say, costs $1 or $2, and then you sell it on Shopify for $50, right? And you use Oberlo to take it from AliExpress to your Shopify store. Pretty much you pocket the profit. And how you get the customers, the main difference between Shopify and Amazon is you go and you actually launch Facebook ads and paid traffic and advertising, right? So that's another component that you have to learn that you don't have to learn with Amazon FBA. Now, the main pro about Shopify is that it requires a much lower startup investment than Amazon. Amazon can require between $1,000 and $2,000 to start, right? Depending on what kind of product you're sourcing, whether it's a more expensive product, right? Because with Amazon, you actually have to go and buy a bulk order at the beginning, right? It doesn't have to be too many units. It can be 200 units, 300 units, 500 units, or 1,000 units if you really want to go big, right? If you're sure that your product will succeed. With Shopify, you actually don't have to go and buy that initial inventory, like you do with Amazon. So you can just post a bunch of products on your Shopify store, run test advertising, which won't cost you thousands of dollars, right? You can literally launch like $5 Facebook ads, and then pretty much, on the ones that are converting, which means the ones that are, the ads are working and there are customers coming on your store and buying from you, those are the ones that you can then list on Amazon. And that's the gold right there, right? Once you've mastered one of these, right? Like both are great, both are amazing. Once you've mastered one of these, the real $1 million e-commerce pros out there, right? And this is what I've learned to do as well, is to have both Amazon and Shopify, because then you're hitting from both angles and you have multiple streams of income. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. I'm sure that you're familiar with that. It's a common, quote out there. And, you want to have as many possible sources of income as possible. So that's why you're really, hitting e-commerce hard with having a Shopify store and with an Amazon store. Now, the golden rule to find amazing products on Shopify and on Amazon is do not reinvent the wheel. Look at what's already working out there and then emulate it, right? So pretty much, source the product, right? If it's already selling, if there is competition, it's a good sign, as long as there's not like an insane amount of competition. But don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to, do something that nobody has ever done before, because, you have a much higher chance of losing money. And obviously, I don't want you guys to lose money. So don't reinvent the wheel, whether it's Shopify or Amazon. So find a successful Amazon product or an Amazon store. Find a successful trending Shopify store, right? Amazon's actually a little bit more long-term than Shopify, because Shopify is really profitable with like the trends. You can really cash in on like those kinds of things and make, money quickly by simply creating like niche stores, right? Which, by the way, I talk about, extensively on my channel. I've got a lot of Shopify videos and a ton more coming soon, as well as a ton of Amazon videos as well. So remember, guys, don't reinvent the wheel, because you'll have a much higher chance of success and you won't lose your money. And now, if you have trouble deciding between which one you should start, because I firmly believe that you should select one of these and commit to it, like create a goal for yourself. So tell yourself like, I will be making $10,000 or $30,000 a month on Amazon or Shopify by a certain day, right? Write that goal down every single day, visualize it, and do not get shiny object syndrome. Do not start looking at different ways of making money online, because that will just ruin your focus, right? So don't try to do both at the same time. Master one, then move on to the other. Now, if you're confused on which one to start, I would recommend doing Amazon if you've got a little bit more startup capital, right? If you've got maybe $1,000. For Shopify, because you don't have to source that initial inventory, you can start out with a lot less, because you essentially only need money for Shopify, and which also has a free trial, and just to buy your domain for your website, and also for your Facebook ads, right? Which can be literally like done for $5 a day, right? You find the best ad and then you can scale it up. So choose one of these, set a goal, and commit to one. All right, and if you still have trouble deciding which one to choose, I've got 2 playlists right here for Shopify, how to build an awesome, ultra profitable Shopify store, as well as how to build a booming Amazon FBA business right here somewhere. 2 playlists, click on one of these, you can go and check out both, and then just watch the videos and really just figure out which one you want to do, and just commit to yourself that you're going to succeed with one of these. I guarantee you that you will succeed, because you're in the position where I was when I was first beginning, and trust me, there's nothing different between me and you, right? Like, there's just nothing, and I just decided to learn, and I committed. And once you commit to something, once you decide you will be successful, life and the universe will give it back to you, tenfold, and that's what you're gonna experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out one of those playlists. Make sure you commit to yourself to success with either Amazon or Shopify, and I hope you guys see the awesome opportunities out there with the internet, with e-commerce in 2018. And subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, like the video, follow me on social media, Instagram and Snapchat, and I'll see you guys soon.